Mood lights have more fun.
Soon the day will be at hand. I will ride forth at the...
Might I be of service, sir? Very good indeed, sir. Throwing out the riffraff protocols engaged. All personality matrices are offline, sir. Do you, sir? Well, if that is sir's wish, it is my primary directive. Personality matrices online, sir. Very good, sir.
Head of my armies, and we will crush our foes and hear the weeping of their small appliances.
This is Fallout New Vegas, but this is the big mountain. I think it's called Old World Blues. I don't know, it's kind of boring. I've been playing it for a while. And there's not much exciting going on. Which reminds me, check this out. Also, why are you up? It's like 9 million years in the middle of the night. So there's a fan-made mod for Portal called Portal Reloaded. Speaking of which, how have you been? I haven't seen you in 9 kajillion years. A lot, I think. Might not be very many. Haven't checked on that. Let's see. Time portals. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, I must have to be online or some crap. What a bunch of crap is that? Yeah, I've got my Steam turned off. Otherwise, it's always like updates, waiting, and that kind of stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and go online. I guess. It's just easier because now I can click play and it's like checking for updates. So what have you been up to? I am totally like, I need to do comedy on OnlyFans. That's what I should do. Actually, I set out a few goals this year. I've been using my faceter. I fixed it up and I got one of those like $189 laps plus shipping. I keep saying that. It's a lot of money just for a disc. And I got the disc and I did some work with it and I'm proud of it. So one of my goals this year is to cut at the very least a 5-carat weight or larger Imperial Topaz with the faceter, and I'm actually moving forward on that. I got the top done and I have it's on the dop. Okay, I finished a really awesome rose quartz and I'm transferring that. Then I'm gonna put it on the dop. So that's gonna happen tomorrow. Another thing I want to do is film a 20-minute comedy set. And so what I'm supposed to be doing right now, instead of playing this game, is going through my jokes and figuring out which ones I'm going to put in the set. But I'm kind of tired because after my show, I got some sleep. And now I'm groggy.
Ahead of you is the Aperture Science Time Portal Activation Force Field. This field will activate and deactivate your ability to shoot time portals. It will not fizzle your portals or destroy cubes.
Okay, yeah, this was free if you already own Portal 2. I don't remember which one's the... There we go. Okay. This takes us 20 years into the future.
Great. The following chamber will combine all the elements you have learned so far. Good luck solving your first test while shooting 3 different portals.
Recorded? Yeah, I have a bunch of my open mics, so you know I write stuff every week, and let's see, how in the crap? It's been too long. Nope. Nope, we have to do it this way. Okay, then we go like this. So I have 11 of my first open mics. Oh, it's so much fun. It makes so much more sense after you've been playing it too. Nope, that's not gonna work. Anyway, so my goal the first year of doing stand-up at the open mics was,
Remember that you can only place time portals on surfaces which are in the same condition in both timelines.
How does that work? Maybe it's just me that has to go through it. I don't know, it's been so long. Anyways, so let's see if this works. There we go. Then, hold on. This. No. Easy. And like a thief in the night. York. And then... grab it from the future and bring it to the past.
Well done. Traveling through a time portal will also transfer your current momentum into the other timeline.
So much fun. Okay, and you would be so good at it. You're so smart. I remember when you played this game with me in the co-op mode. Yep. That was awesome. So my goal was to get like a 45-minute set, even if it wasn't that great. And I do. I have 45 minutes of not the same material. It's all 5-minute open mic sets, but it's there. And then from there, I started getting better material and better at, when I go on stage, I know what I'm going to talk about, but I don't have to. I can talk about something else, come back to it. I can riff. So from there, somewhere along the way, last year, I stopped recording myself. This year, I started recording myself again. And the thing is, last year, I had some destroyer sets, but I didn't record them. So I'll see what I got. Let's go to the next puzzle, and then I'll go see what I got, because I got something that I recorded but I haven't watched. Oh, Jamie, I did a set as Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I should have sent you that picture. I dressed up as Scorpion, and then I also did jokes as Scorpion. Like, I had an opener, and then I actually did a pre-opener before that, because it was cold that night. I said, I'm glad you all could make it inside where it's nice and toasty. And my buddy, he does 3D printing. He made the spear thing, and I had a rope on it. So I held the spear over the microphone, and it looked like, you know, I'm Scorpion, and I'm talking into the spear head, and the rope is the cord instead of the microphone itself. And I told people, some of you may wonder why Scorpion is performing stand-up comedy. It turns out it's part of my community service, since I got caught down at the bar telling women to get over here. And then I did some more, I don't know, Mortal Kombat related stuff. Shang Tsung wants Mortal Kombat to be more woke. He said we have to pick pronouns, which I guess is some sort of a sex thing. So my pronouns are harder and deeper. But I didn't record it. That set is lost to the ages and the people that were there that night. Oh, almost hit me. Alright, how in the crap does this work? Right. Alright, so we go 1, 2. 3. That doesn't help us. Oh, Crapple Jacks. Crappity Crapple Jacks. Yarg. We gotta reset it, so we move this one. And now it's back there again. In the future. I keep thinking this is the past because everything's old, but it's the future. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Ish this time. Thank you, thank you. Thank. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So... here's how this works. Okay, then we go orange. What? Anyways. There. Now. Wing. And then we go like this. We move
Nicely
the one
done.
and move the other.
Now, let's move on to some more advanced challenges.
Okay. Did you have to let go, or did my chat bot mess up? Chat monitor bot thing mess up. Stuff. And now it's loading. Okay. Do I have any recorded? Yes. Actually, I had the Lucky Cat, but I didn't really like the thumbnail, and I didn't really like the set either. I mean, it did okay. Let's see. I don't think this was a very good set.
talking about. We just talked about it. And Mr. Mustafa. Great guy. He said, I go live Sundays at 9. Sundays at 9. But Ronnie, he said my name is Jake. People often ask me if it's Jake or Jacob. My psychiatrist tells me it's both. Which recently I got off my medication. I was like happy about that, but now I don't have anything to blame my political opinions on.
This is an audience of about 11 people, including the comedians. I want to say there was 4 comedians and the bartender, so there was about 6 people who weren't the entertainment. This one was pretty low energy, though. This was not one of my best ones. Why does it always record my crappy ones?
Speaking of political opinion, Thanksgiving side dish right next to whiskey. Yeah.
Let's see, where's this one?
Yeah. Thank you guys, for coming out. Snow. So that's snow weather.
It's not much better, but anyways,
Snow weather be some
I'll just let this one roll.
We got 2 more comics for you guys tonight. On deck, we got Micah.
Oh, you can't even see it. Hold on. I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, JT's cool. He put me up last, and then Mike showed up, so yeah.
Mike Wallace is on deck. Come up right now. Make some noise. Jake the Pizza Guy, everybody. Jake the Pizza Guy.
Just pound the fist, brother.
Pound it.
Where's the pizza? Make the sparks fly.
Well, I'm
I'm a little too excited to be here. We got trees and I want to smoke them. They look for the fire. All decked out and frosty. Yeah, that's the thing. See, I'm Jake the Pizza Guy. I'm going to deliver you some hot and fresh jokes in 10 minutes or less. But first, I got an order for a large pepperoni with extra cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, pickles, chips on a sesame seed bun. Yeah, it's not gonna make it, buddy. I'm sorry. That's what you get when you order DoorDash from Domino's and the dispensary. I'm sorry about that one. But I can't. That's the problem with getting high. I eat things and I wind up doom scrolling. Do you ever doom scroll? You find yourself doing that? I found out how to stop though. Yeah, this is the trick. Just remind yourself how much you hate reading. And yeah, you'll stop looking at the internet. Then I scroll faster to look for pictures and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Stupid thing. Alright, so that's the problem with getting high. I wanted to thank I did want to thank everybody for coming out tonight because of all the ice, and I saw how people are posting on the internet, about the treacherous roads, and there's black ice, and they're like black ice matters, and people are like all ice matters, it's all slippery, and really you gotta watch out for the blue ice, so watch where you step, and be careful how you drive, and keep one in the chamber. Careful, folks. They say laughter is the best medicine, but these jokes aren't prescription. AI has apparently you can get it on your phone. My buddy downloaded AI and a chatbot, and he's like, AI, please explain to our party guests how you are not human and you don't have emotions. And it's all talking to us and everything. Basically, it said that it's our mental illnesses that make us human. It's more true than funny, unfortunately. It was funnier when I was drunk on wine. Speaking of being drunk, I'm kind of wondering because, the algorithm, it said I need a kayak. And usually I mess with the algorithm a little bit. Anytime it starts suggesting me too much stuff, I just start searching like gold and dainty undies, and it really messes with the suggested products. But it showed me a kayak when I had just enough beers to think it was a good idea. I mean, it just looks really fun, you know, and we're pretty close to water. And my tub is close enough, you know, I'll just try it out in there, you know. Surf's up, it's more like suds up, you know. All right, that's a clean joke. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do cleaner jokes. I'm getting older. I gotta have a reputation for being not too crazy. Speaking of being old, I went out on New Year's, right? And I tried to drink wild turkey, and I can't do that. When I was young, I could drink wild turkey, but now I had to switch to domesticated turkey. When I was really young, I was poor, so I had to drink feral pheasant. Well, that one was a bad one. One good thing about getting older, though, I'm qualified to be president. Trust me about this, because I know Matthew Lesko. I didn't read his book, but apparently he knows 100 ways to get free things from the government, right? And I know 101 ways to get free things from the government, but unfortunately it's free bills, free surveillance, and free turmoil. Oh, one other thing about getting old is red flags. Ladies, I know you have red flags. Don't try to hide it. I'm just trying to figure out if your red flags are compatible with my red flags. Are you controlling and manipulative? I'm non-confrontational. Let's weave our red flags into a weighted love quilt. We can use it to keep ourselves warm on cold days when we get heated, and brag about it to our friends about how we're strong for putting up with our traumas. I don't know, that one needs a better end.
Codependency is a great idea.
All right, I did, before I get off stage, I did want to comment about James. I love you, man. I love your jokes. You're one of my favorite comedians of all time. If you want to know more about James's Lottery Pizza, you can go to my youtube.com/@JacobLeeDowney and see James talking about that. But one thing I mean, slicing pizza, sure, but the sliced bread joke, it was a little confusing because, I mean, I get it, but I buy sliced bread, man. It's because I don't want to bake it, and I definitely don't want to cut it. I don't like doing this, which is why I don't like masturbating. I'd rather someone else do it for me. Just saying.
I'd rather pay someone else to do it. Call me when Wonder Bread has an OnlyFans. Was the mod to that joke. Call me when Wonder Bread has an OnlyFans. But I didn't think of it at the time. See, that was one I wrote while I was sitting there and he was delivering his joke. This was an audience of about 4 people plus 8 comedians and the bartender. So around 15 people. And this is all new material. This is basically what I had 2 weeks ago, balled up into a set. So it's not really my best stuff either. That's why I gotta start recording my actual sets and not the... Which actually, I do have a recording of my set at Bally's. I've just never gone through it, come to think of it. But anyway...
You can find more of that on OnlyFans at Tenderloin, and you can see me here in 2 weeks.
Jake the pizza guy, everybody. Jake the pizza guy. You guys ready to roll?
So, yeah. That's me. Nah, thanks. But, you know, I appreciate that. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Christmas benefit. Oh, these are the clips I cut out from the Christmas benefit. So this, Ronnie Shooty, the guy that organized the Christmas benefit, he had a couple of jokes. This is his roast of me.
Jacob Lee Downey, can we get a round of applause for him? I am fully convinced that you sleep in your sleep. Jacob Lee Downey, can we get a round of applause for him? I am fully convinced that you sleep in your you smile in your sleep. And that the reason is because you're the only one that knows the secret to your eternal youth. Jacob is 207 years old and definitely not drinking adrenochrome.
So that was his roast joke. And here was the compliment after my set.
I really like.
This is my proudest moment in comedy. This is a good guy.
Jacob, man, I can put you up in a room of 9-year-olds or a room of 80-year-olds, and you'd be just as fucking good in any room.
I love it so much. I gotta play it again. I really need the cheer me upness.
I really like you, Jacob, man. I can put you up in a room of 9-year-olds or a room of 80-year-olds, and you'd be just as fucking good in any room. I really like.
Check this out. Okay, so you can see me walking back, and there's this like trail of paper.
Jacob, man, I can put you up in a room of 9-year-olds or.
I have that, don't I? Okay, that's here somewhere. Somewhere I have it.
I got Jacob Lee Downey. Jacob Lee Downey. Can we get a
Jacob. It was. If I eat too much stuffing, then I can the liberty of writing down a list of and some of you might not. Oh, speaking of which, it's shopping season. Yeah, and some of you might not know me, which means you don't know what to get me for Christmas. But that's okay. I've taken the liberty of writing down a list of a few items so that you know what to get me this season. I like some sharks with some freaking lasers. I like an infrared car. I like 3 helicopters and military, 1 for each. I want a shower caddy so I can golf in the shower. One that likes to wash balls so I can putt clean. I want a personal Walmart, a life-size replica of the Harlem Globetrotters, and a volcano. Thank you. And I mean, you may wonder why I want all these items. I just love to have things so I can do stuff. I take stuff with me. Someone was talking to me about pockets, and I'm like, I love pockets. I put all kinds of things in my pockets, you know? And it's the reason I get jealous of ladies and their purses. I could put so many tools and nails in there. I mean, it's the reason I like driving my car with me everywhere. It's because I like to have my stuff with me. You know, basically my car is a giant purse. But like, if my car is a giant purse, does that mean my motorcycle is a fanny pack? I gotta know. I gotta know. I'm having enough trouble out there as it is. I mean, like the other day, I tried to use my car horn and it didn't work, man. I mean, it worked. It just, you know, somebody honked at me, and I honk back longer so they know I'm more upset than they are. But it's weak. It's too polite. Like just the other day, I honked at a truck driver and he winked at me. Oh shit, I lost my spot. Where were we? That's right, where were we? I pronounce the silent H so it feels included. Yeah, it's just silent because it's shy. I'm trying to learn these things because I have enough trouble reading as it is. I hate reading words with the letter X because I get distracted by thoughts of buried treasure. I'm having so much trouble reading. The other day I tried to pawn a watch and this dude, he gives me a pound of shrimp. And I'm like, I'm allergic to shrimp. He's like, why did you come to a prawn shop? Fucking read. I need to learn to read. I'm trying to do other things like learning, but somebody tried to teach me that the earth is flat. And I'm like, yeah, I think the earth is perfectly formed. You know, I hear it has a great set of Tetons. No, it's fine the way it is. Hashtag body positive. Right? Yeah. And considering it's still developing, it's kind of weird that we're even talking about it. You know, people ask me why I write jokes. And I write them because weird things happen and then I think of stuff and it makes me laugh. But the reason I perform them is the same reason I love the Christmas season, the holiday season. It's the same reason I love doing benefit fundraisers. It's because I like sharing. And I'm glad that we could share this experience together. Thanks for coming out tonight. Let me clean up my roll of paper, Ronnie.
So that was a very low energy set. I did not destroy it. Like 2 days later, I did this set at the Renwick Mansion, and I nailed it. I did those jokes better. I did little tags and stuff. And it just sours me that I didn't record that one. And that I did such a half-baked job at this one. I don't like it when I don't nail the set. So that's why I'm trying to get better. I need to practice more. I should probably spend more time like just practicing. Here's the thing, is writing a joke and thinking of the words and then typing it out is way different from saying it. 'Cause it flows out of my mouth differently than it flows through my brain. I had some more sets, but I think the last set that I had was all the way back in like way before that, months before that. And I'm not sure if I did very good or not. I don't even remember what I did them. For sure, it's way different. I've only practiced on field trips with elementary kids and teachers. But it's hard. It is, yeah. I mean, getting the practice in is... Okay, we had an awesome show at the Bally's Live Comedy Jackpot. It was like a packed room. I set the chairs way too close the second time. That was so wrong. The first time... Okay. So here, check this out, because this is funny. I guess you can't really see it. I'll show you in the video. All the guys on this show, it's like 5 guys with mustaches, and me, no mustache. I thought I had the video in here. Yeah, let's see, where is it? Large. And in charge. Maybe this... Is this the radio commercial?
Bally's Live Comedy Jackpot, June 17th at 8 p.m. at Bally's Casino Rock Island. Come see great comedians like Chris Schlichting.
It's hard to break a bone when you're constantly resting.
Heath Thornton.
Good luck in there, Maverick.
Carson Tuttle.
Challenge accepted.
Matt Miller.
The weapon, it was his hand, you know?
Zach Vaughn.
You're beautiful.
And your host, Jacob Lee Downey.
Someone called me chicken. You know, like it's a bad thing. I mean, I like chicken, you know?
Tickets are free. Must be 21 and over.
I don't know why they put so much of me. Yeah. It was nice of them. That was pretty fun. I really love that radio station. They were really helpful. Yeah, thanks. All right. While I look for the one for Bally's, here's.
Welcome to the stage now, Jacob Lee Downey. Awesome. Especially when it's turned on. I have a little trouble getting things turned on sometimes. No, this is exciting. Honestly, I'm more excited to be here than I am when I find an important category. And I'm trying new stuff. I'm new to comedy, so it's a great opportunity. One of the things I'm trying to do is I've learned that I have to hold the microphone up to my face. The only problem is I'm not used to having something this shape so close to my mouth. Yeah. It said I'm supposed to do about 5 minutes. I said, yeah, I can do about 5 minutes. Although the ladies tell me it's about 2 or 3. Now I'm going to try to tell you a joke. I want to tell you a joke, but first I've got to do something that helps me get more comfortable on stage. So I'm going to imagine the audience in your underwear. So it's okay if you're not wearing any. I'll just imagine you have some on. You know, like this dude right here, he's probably going commando because it's laundry day. I understand, man. I totally get you. This gal's probably got some camouflage underwear so the bad guys can't find her fun bits. Sticking ahead, you know. This dude's a party animal right here. He's got some Huggies on so he can drink a little extra. Or this dude here, he's got some boxers on because he's a man who drives a truck and buys his groceries from Menards. I got the Fruit of the Looms. I did. That label is just so appetizing. There's grapes, there's an apple, there's a cornucopia. I don't know what that tastes like, but it probably tastes like a croissant, right? I bought the underwear because it made me hungry. So, but what I did is I got the multicolored pack, so all the different boxers are a different color. That way I can tell which one's lucky. Strategy. It's strategy. It's a guy's strategy. So I want to tell you the joke, but first I kind of want to form a bit of a bond, you know, so you can get to know me. And don't worry, it's not the kind of a bond you have to tell human resources about. It's the kind of a bond you can tell your priest about without having to go inside the embarrassment closet. So I want to tell you, my name's Jacob, and lately I've been having some trouble. When someone was excited to tell me something, I was excited to listen. but conversationally, I just couldn't keep it up. Until I got conversational Viagra. Now I can keep up the conversation. But just the other day, my girlfriend tried to tell me something, and I kind of spaced off. She got upset, and I tried to tell her, babe, this has never happened to me before. It's definitely not you. Your story's interesting. Now with conversational Viagra, I can listen to her tell me things all night. Even when she tells me about her day. Warning, if conversation lasts more than 4 hours, you may be in the friend zone. So now I'm back on the dating scene. And so I'm trying to. You should pick me. I need some money. I'm going on a classy date. I can tell you this girl's classy because she asked me to spank her with a money belt. Yeah. No, I do. I'm into the classy chicks because I signed up for Grindr because I thought it was an app full of girls who like coffee. Just a bunch of guys who like cake. I did go on a date with her, and she asked me to shave her letter, her initial, into my pubes, and I shaved the wrong letter, so now I had to fix it like I'm fixing a grade school report card. But, you know, at least that skill came in handy, right? It's a practical application. But she said she's into casual sex. Oh, okay, right? You know, as opposed to formal sex, where you have to get dressed up first. So, you know, that was nice and all, but apparently I'm still dating, and someone told me if I'm going to meet a nice girl, I should go to church. Meet a nice girl at church, right? But I can just see it now. Somebody's like, who's that weird guy in the back? Oh, that's just Jacob waiting to pick up chicks on the way out of the confessional. I heard you just got right with the Lord. So I came up with the idea, I'm just going to make a dating app where you can be paired up with people who are single but deceased, so that you can lie next to them in eternal bliss, but you don't have to put up with them in real life. For more information, visit jacobleedowney.com. Thanks for coming out to the live camp.
That guy's a good host. Yeah, that guy's a really good host. I need to give a shout out to that guy, except for I don't know his name. Anyways.
These jokes here and there, but there's an even funnier comedian I want to bring up. He's got jokes on myself now.
So that's me wearing my suit.
You're not sure what you did wrong. No! That's why I'm joking. And they're like, keep up the good work. It was like a weird exchange. I'm like, are we friends? They gave me a ride home. It was like the weirdest. Here's a little secret, guys, if you're interested. Whenever I do jog, this is my little secret. I like to jog in cemeteries. Yeah, because that makes me feel like I'm in better shape than everyone else around me. Sure, I'm huffing and puffing, but I'm not decomposing, right? And that's a big step. I actually played a lot of sports growing up on the main streets of Iowa. That's where I'm from. I played a lot of
it's
sports
crazy
today,
to
and I did
hear
a
in front of
basketball,
an
football,
audience,
soccer,
right? This guy's hilarious too. He gets a shout out. I'm not laughing. Right. Yeah, that's part of the power of the laugh track, right? Which really I should just let my old sets play and pull jokes from them. Here's like my 4th or 5th time on stage, and the lighting is terrible. I can't believe I'm going to show you this. There's a bar.
Coming up to the stage.
There's a bar called the Broken Saddle. Now, Jamie, it's been called the Broken Saddle for over 2 years. You'd think they'd have fixed it by now. Like, everybody's heard that joke except for you, so I had to tell it.
Stage right now, please make some noise for Jacob Lee Downey, everybody.
Nice, they got the hurdles set up so that we can do a little acrobatics on the way to the stage. All right, I hope you're ready for some reading. The comics have been amazing tonight. I wish I was as prepared. Let's see what I got.
Oh, this is awful.
My dating life is like a cemetery, nothing but ghosts. Some people like to celebrate the 4th of July. I like to celebrate the 5th of July, where I celebrate the month of July by drinking a 5th of whiskey. Yeah. I recently tried Mario's pizza, and it had me wondering, if I put mushrooms on a Mario's pizza, does that make it a Super Mario's pizza? And if I eat Super Mario's pizza, do I grow bigger? Okay, that's all right. That's all I got for those. Now, I got some headlines for you. This is time for the joke news. And I'm familiar with the news. I got an aunt who works for the news. We call her Auntie Information. You don't have to laugh at that, it's all right. Okay, I got, let's see, 48 candidates are running for the House of Representatives in the state of Alaska, which contains all 40 residents of the state of Alaska, 5 polar bears, and 3 snowmen that were made by Sarah Palin because, quote, they're just so cute though. Plus they're more competent than our representatives and they're warmer. Wall Street has slipped into a bear market.
That joke didn't get enough credit. I don't do political jokes, but come on.
Which means the stock market is doing so bad they've started selling bears. Arby's is offering 50% off of 2 of its popular sandwiches. Now they just need 2 popular sandwiches. The state of Illinois has agreed to help cover the cost of installing solar panels, which, to be more accurate, Illinois has agreed to cover up the cost of installing solar panels. Because of the war in Ukraine, Germany has had to resort to burning coal for energy. Let's hope that's all they're burning. A cab in New York City has jumped the curb and hit a building because the cab driver, quote, made 50 deliveries and gained the Grand Theft Auto jumping cab bonus. That's for my gamer fans. Alright, I'm not sure about this one, but I need the material. So
doing headlines.
Kellogg's is about to split into 3 companies: Bowls of Cardboard, Diabetes in the Morning, and Bird Food for Humans. The New York Times, okay, I'm going to flip over to my actual notes. Okay, the New York Times is telling people what to watch for in the primaries on Tuesday. Anything but the primaries. Well, let's see, I think I got 2 more. I'm going to do some origami for you too, so. Let's see, Kim Kardashian is breaking the silence on the damage she's done to the Marilyn Monroe dress that she wore. Apparently, with a booty that big, when you break wind, you break the silence and the dress you're wearing. Go Bank has released a list of the best places to buy property for Americans. And the list does not contain America. All right, this is the last one. Reuters the news organization Reuters is asking if high gas prices is unpatriotic. Consumers have responded by dumping gallons of gas into Boston Harbor. Oil tankers are cheering them on. All right, thanks for coming out to the open mic. You guys are fantastic. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Oh, hey.
Coming up to the stage right.
Hey, Polar Bear, how's it going? Yeah, that's me. You know, upon going over that, I really miss doing headlines. I should do more headline jokes. I mean, I'm always writing new stuff every week. I used to do a website called Comedy Wire. And they have headline-based jokes. I used to write all of them up from stuff over there. Their headlines are even written as setups. Let's see. Here's the other one, I think. Oh, hey. Wait a minute. I think this is an unreleased jukebox set. Polar Bear, I'll explain that to you in detail. I can.
You go for Ryan Holland.
Well, let me give you one example, and then I'll play the video while I run and grab a drink. So, I was trying to think of the concept that obvious gaslighting is funny. And I'm like, what's gaslighting? That's when you bend over in front of a lighter, right? But gaslighting is when you try to tell someone what the truth is, and it's not the truth. You're like, this is the truth, and it's obviously not. But it's not necessarily always obvious. So I've got one that's kind of obvious, but then I've got one that's very obvious. So I give you the very obvious one because it hits harder for the punch. Wiener dogs only eat wieners. That's why they're the shape they are. And then the not quite so obvious is wiener dogs only eat wieners. That's why they're called that. That's why they're called wiener dogs. Well, that makes a little more sense, but the first one, no. It's not. Okay, let me know what it is, because I might get that wrong. Anyways, that's how I wrote that joke. Another one, it was wordplay, like log. And it was like big logs in the morning. And got the log going into the toilet. The log goes in the toilet. I'm technologically advanced because I log into the toilet. And that's how that joke worked. Oh, okay. There you go. See, I trust Jamie, so she can gaslight me really easily. There you go. Good example of it. All right. Shout out to this guy, Lou. I don't know what this set is, so, good luck, and I will be right back. Oh, and yeah, write them down. Write them all down. Even the dumbest ones. Like the first one last week. The first joke I wrote down was that I'm poor. I'm so poor, I wasn't born in a placenta. I was born in a plapesoa. Really dumb joke. And then the first one this week so far is, you can't be a Ninja Turtle if you don't eat lettuce. You'll only be a ninja, not a turtle. And then the first one from the week before that, I like pineapple, where I eat a little pie and then I take a little apple. So you just write them all down, and then they develop into other things. So I'll be right back.
When I announced him to the stage, I went to the back, and Ryan Wood grabbed me by the arm, and he goes, "I bet he's got a fat pussy." Easy whack. You guys are wearing the same shirts, yeah? That's not a good thing. I'm just you dress the same as a 43-year-old meth head. I mean, might want to switch it up a tad. Tom, I'm going to put you after the next guy. Okay? And then I didn't meet, is it Rowan? Yeah. Rowan Harold? Harold. Okay, just making sure he didn't mess up the end. I'll come get you. So it'll be, we got Jacob next, we got Tom after him, Rowan after him, and then we'll do Zeke after Rowan. And then Micah after Zeke, and then Rocky, just so you guys know. All right? So I got you all on the list. I didn't forget about nobody, just didn't see who you were, so I thought I'd do that now we're on stage. So
Get your popcorn.
Shut your mouth. Hey guys, welcome to the stage. Jacob Downey.
You know, if you
two do a chest bump, it'd be like you're making out. I started dieting this week by making small steps. I decided this week I'd switch from taco pizza to taco salad pizza. Small steps. I'm trying to get cut up too, you know. I've been skipping lunch and taking vitamins, but them chocolate chip cookies look so good. Makes me wonder why they don't have chocolate chip vitamins. Oh, I saw a beautiful girl robot. Yeah, she's so beautiful, she turned my software into hardware. And I tried to ask her out, but I got shut down. She said we weren't compatible, but I think she just wasn't up to date. Your joke. Okay, that's all that's all I got for dad jokes. Let's do the jukebox news. This is where I read. The Verge has compiled a list of things we learned from working at home. First one, pants are an invention of the industrial complex. The economy shrank for the second quarter this year, and the government is blaming it on the breeze from the AC. Or blaming the shrinkage on the breeze from the AC. All right, that one, we'll just cross that one off. Okay, here you go. Spanish prosecutors are seeking a jail sentence for Shakira for tax evasion. You can learn more about this in my new book, Reasons I Want to Have Sex with Shakira. I gotta invite Rocky to every show. Beyonce's new album has leaked early. Apparently Destiny's Child needs a new diaper. Yeah, after that, Rocky, it's all downhill from here, baby. New York City plans to fight the rat problem by limiting the hours the trash bags can be left on the streets. Politicians fighting rats? Haven't we had enough rat-on-rat crime? Hate on the government, right?
That was a way better joke than everybody gave credit.
People are going to think I'm paying you for this. A worker was shot on the Law and Order set, and he may have been selling weed. But in his defense, the shooter says he was hogging the bomb. A passenger was fined $1,800 after Egg McMuffins were found in their luggage. But to be fair, with the price of gas, that's cheaper than actually driving to the drive-thru. No, I'm serious, it's downhill for me. It was recently revealed the reason that women don't play hockey is because they don't like having 3 periods in 1 hour. Alright, I got 2 more, Lou. Get ready. Scientists are saying that the Earth has been spinning faster, which is just proof that the planet is in a hurry to get this year over with. And apparently Las Vegas has flooded. They say it's no problem though, because while their slots are loose, their escorts are watertight. Those are your headlines. Thanks for tuning in to the Jukebox News.
I did that every Wednesday for like 6 months. I went down there, did the headlines, and people started coming in to like, hey, you got more headlines for us? It's awesome. I really enjoyed it. Thanks, you guys are awesome. I don't know why that says Jukebox 13 though. Because I'm pretty sure that wasn't the 13th jukebox set. This is the 12th one.
Welcome to the stage, Jacob Downey.
Yeah. So, but that's not the 12th one, is it? Maybe the 12th one is the 14th one. Maybe I lost count.
Jacob Downey.
No, that's the first one. I got one where I had a drink before my set.
Guys, welcome to the stage.
When you break wind.
No, that's all 48 minutes of it.
Go ahead.
Guys, welcome to the
That's 40 minutes. I have the debut comedy showcase.
Please welcome to the stage, Jacob Lee Downey.
Thanks for coming out today.
It wasn't that great, though. The whole place emptied out after the first comedian. So, yeah, that was a thing. I really can't believe I can't find my jukebox set. Must be in the comedy. I'm surprised I didn't set up to record my set at the New York, at the comic strip in New York. Somebody did record it for me, though. That was pretty cool. I live streamed. Did you see me live stream? I don't remember. It was so long ago. Weirds me out how time goes that fast. Here we go.
I mean, he kind of does have the face of someone you'd be like, eh, this dipshit. The face of a...
How about that new host, huh?
Okay, the comedian before me is named Jake, and he was talking about his hand and something about masturbation.
Jake, I think when that old lady was asking you about them Yankees, she was kind of making an offer.
Oh.
She could tell you've been having trouble since your hands got AIDS and all. That's a risky masturbation. I mean, it's not like you're gonna stop, right? I'd probably get that laser work and say, that feels pretty good, Doc. You go a little lower. Make a rib for her pleasure, you know? I can tell you guys are surprised to see me. Or at least Richard Pryor is. I mean, doesn't he look like he just put money in the jukebox and he's waiting for his song to come up? He's like, damn, this spent like 5 songs. I still ain't got my money's worth. Oh man, it's been a while. It's been too long. You guys are great.
That's about it
It's the
for
best
that
place for
set.
comedy, which makes you the best audience in the world. How about I tell you some jokes, huh?
It was alright after that, but it was just downhill. If I could keep that level of riffing going and
Oh, dude,
and make it
I miss
clean.
you, man. I miss you like I miss them Crown and Cokes.
That was the other problem. I had a couple of drinks.
Fucking Dave knows how to mix them. Speaking of drinking, I found out what a chelada is. Yeah, that's why I'm a little tired today. I got so trashed I woke up in a landfill. And I found out, you know, a chelada is when you mix beer with tomato juice. It's pretty good. I should know that, though, because I got an aunt who drinks them all the time. We call her Enchilada. I thought you'd laugh at that, Zach. It's all right. I'll get you with the next one. See, I went to New York. You know, I went to New York, the comedy capital. I was like, all right, we're going to the big time, right? No, the big time's here. It's pretty much, you know, the bar is the same. But that was cool because coming here, I wound up getting ready. They asked me how many minutes I could do. I said I could probably do about 20 minutes, even though the ladies tell me it's about 2 or 3. But you know, it was pretty cool. I found out some really neat things. I was walking around and I found out down in the financial district they got these really tall buildings. They got these nets around the bottom of them. People get depressed, they jump out, the nets catch them. It's kind of a catch and release thing, you know, they can drag them back into work. I've been thinking, with this catch and release thing, you know, it's kind of like fishing. It makes me wonder if when fish get caught, maybe they're just trying to commit suicide. You know, you got this guy on Tinder, he's like, check out this awesome fish I caught, but really it's just a loser fish who got fired from his job and his wife left him for a largemouth bass. Which, you know, another thing that happened in New York is somebody offered to, I met some people that I know online.
It's bad.
That was cool. But then we had that awkward moment where they offered me a place to stay and I didn't know if I wanted to accept it or not. They said, no, you can sleep on our dog bed. Fluffy will be a little upset, but we'll just give him some extra dog treats. It's all right, you can just dry off the dog drool. It's probably not as wet as it usually is. Now, if it was mating season, that might be a problem, but since it's not mating season, he won't try to hump you until after you go to sleep. So I politely declined, and I checked into a hotel, which was awesome. You know, I'm in a hotel in New York, and everything was going great, but then I went down to the lobby, and the elevator reminded me how single I am, when on the way down, it said, in a sensual voice, going down. I got so turned on, I put $1 in the door crack. Yeah, that's one of the problems with being a comedian. Spend all my time at the club. I haven't had sex in so long, I signed up to host the Oscars just so I get slapped around a little bit. Thanks for putting up with me. Come back next week and I'll bring you guys some headlines, huh?
See, that was an audience of about 8 people. And I did pretty good in there. The jukebox is a great place to do comedy. It's like set up for doing comedy. I love doing comedy at the jukebox. Okay. I need to organize for tomorrow because I got like I can't believe I'm gonna try and do this thing. I got like a really big thing coming up Tuesday and the rest of the week, and so I'm like, do I want to do this thing tomorrow? I mean, yeah. So, I guess we'll play just a little bit of New Vegas to put myself to sleep. And then I'll be able to get up and I'll be able to do both things. Right? Yeah. Just for a little bit.
Would you like some toast?
Oh yeah. Sitting here moving gems around and I just remembered that blue aventurine goes really well with lemon citrine, like amazingly well. Gaslighting? Boss Town. You're from Bosstown? Boston? I probably said it wrong too. Gaslighting. And like, the weird thing is, and I mean, no offense in any way, because I'm, you know, not from Boston, but I think, you know, I think of Boston, I think of like, you know, ships, sailing, and lighthouses, and you know, lighthouses with like gas-powered lights, and you know, gaslighting would probably be something that would be in Boston. Gaslighting is an insidious. Now they use another word I gotta look up. Fucking. Okay, is an insidious form of manipulation Why they gotta use words with more than 2 syllables? My brain can't pay attention for more than 2 syllables. And it's an insidious form of manipulation and psychological control. Victims of gaslighting are deliberately and systematically fed false information that leads them to question what they know to be true, often about themselves. So if I was like, Polar Bear, you're not from Boston. You're not actually from Boston. Like, okay, you think you're, and yeah, then I just bam, 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 chip, chop, chop, hiya, chop, Bruce Lee, punch, pull your chest hair, because that's what Bruce Lee did to Chuck Norris in one of them weird movies. ADHD. Yeah. So that's what gaslighting is.
Version 4.0. That cat was the best trumpet player I ever met. What's the haps?
Alright, here's some stuff.
Used to. Long time ago. Then old Doc Mo ripped out my music drives and stuck in more acoustical processors. Guess you could say I got the blues, even if I can't play them no more. Dear, I'm an acoustical wizard, kid. Old Doc Mo used me to prototype his sonic weapon designs. Get me a good sample base to work from, and I can whip up a wave that makes Jericho look like a kazoo.
I've only gotten to play D&D twice, and it was fun. Now, I will say there was a lot of weed involved, but I mean, yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I would say that a lot of D&D is involved with the people you play with, you know. If everyone else is into it, then yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Got yourself a sonic emitter, don't you? Thought so. Bring that old thing on in here and bring me some sound samples and I'll make that baby sing. Or scream, if that's what you want. Right on, Daddy-o. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
Sounds right. We'll all get drunk on tavern nights. I've anyways wanted to play, but alas, you must have friends.
Catch you later, Gator.
Internet for the win. Yeah, we're your friends. I hope that didn't just make you more depressed. Because really, we are great friends. I mean, you guys are awesome. If you got a channel that you want me to subscribe to, just let me know. I am not against self-promotion. Sell it, man. I ain't gonna sell it for you. I'll sell it, but I'm not gonna sell it as good as you could. By the way, subscribe, not this channel, do not subscribe to this. What are you doing here? Subscribe to the Gem channel or whatever. And subscribe to this one, because you're awesome. Wait. We gotta have a quest if we're gonna do anything. Oh, we gotta talk to people, that's what it is. Speaking of friends, That's what we need to do, is have like a panel up D&D. I wonder how that would go. Well, I do have the compliance regulator. I don't remember if I have to regulate compliance or not.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now?
A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
Firing brainial beams and my...
Oh, I thought there was a way to not fight him.
I will blast.
I didn't know we were gonna fight him. Jamie. We're supposed to not fight him. Jamie, you're in a bar. Walk into a cloud of people cheering and drinking. A young lad walks towards you. I just watch VODs of other people that play. Videos of other people that play. Roll a D20. You know, I usually roll a D9.5 for the ladies. Just saying. Throwing that one out there.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped? I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
Yeah, I'm not handing my brain over.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
One go to drink your drink. Fall backwards. Into the table, roll over. And on the table was a D20, so when you roll over the table, the D20 rolls over too. I'm gonna lie to him, tell him that I'm Mobius, maybe.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Nothing is impossible for science.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
It's just I offer you a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I'll permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
You make an AI? Yeah, this is an add-on for New Vegas. What the fuck do we do now? Leave the think tank.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The Sync continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough, and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries, to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
But actually, there's two of them. Head can't be crippled. 10% resistant to addiction. Damage threshold +1. Yeah, me too, buddy. Alright, is there anything we need before we go? Oh, the doggy gun. We have a suit that talks to us. I'm taking that with. How do I get orange mentats?
Want to push my buttons?
We're very stealthy.
Okay, let me know.
We're okay on Stimpaks.
When you need to be extra super
We're okay
tired.
on medics until we have to numb the pain.
Okay, Sue, you can stop talking.
Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
And that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can stick a
Fighting
couple of these
over.
here. I don't actually need all of these. That'll help. We'll stick one of these here. I actually need to go ahead and buy the upgrade for it, don't I? Yeah. And we should buy the other sonic emitter thingy.
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank had been satisfactorily concluded vis-à-vis your residence in this domicile?
Yep.
Very good, sir.
We can leave it here, though. Oh, that has critical strike paralysis too, but I don't know if it's 10 seconds or 3 seconds. It's kind of like the compliance regulator. It doesn't say how long. £2, huh? 3 pounds. This'll put you to sleep. This'll put you to sleep. Alright, how close are we? Oh, I took Mentats. I was supposed to take Buff out. Whatever.
Will Sir be staying for any Very...
Well, I wonder if I got stuff in miscellaneous. We'll just look and see if anything weighs anything. Yeah, see? Fishing battery. That's 6 pounds. Plunger. Scrap metal. good to go. There is no walking on green pipes.
Ready, steady, fighty. That's all.
Okay. This is what we have to do, actually.
Has your life taken a turn?
You're listening to Radio New Vegas, your little jukebox in the Mojave Wasteland. I am Mr. New Vegas, and I'm here for you. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. Citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. Also in the headlines, a Legion slaver party was wiped out in a failed raid of the Bitter Springs refugee camp, with 2 armed civilians inflicting heavy Legion casualties. One witness said, quote, "God sent us 2 angels, and at least one had him a .308 caliber flaming sword of justice with a telescopic sight." Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? Never know what's gonna happen next.
The Kaisar has marked you for death, and the Legion obeys. Ready yourself for...
to be shot.
Bad guys dealt with.
Well, that was a battle.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. Here are our top stories. A hostage crisis between the NCR and the Great Khans was resolved peacefully when a third-party negotiator successfully secured the hostage's release. Also, Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pig. Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? You never know what's gonna happen next. Got a song for you now. It's about a guy who's cold on the exterior, but deep down, you know, he's a good man. And his name is Johnny Guitar.
Uh-oh.
Had enough!
That's all.
It's probably 10 seconds.
This will stop the pain. Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Yeah, it's about 10 seconds.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
But this thing shoots faster. Right now. The target moves a lot by the time that thing shoots. There's a lot of lead time.
This one looks pretty tough.
Already helped all them.
Cessation of hostilities complete. This one looks pretty tough.
Alright then.
Fighting over.
Almost there. No. There we are. Down in the drain hole. Okay. Big nabbit. Almost ate a gemstone again. Alright, this guy might be faking it. Nope, not faking it. We gotta leave a bunch of stuff here though, don't we? Including the compliance regulator. Okay, dead money takes the extremely dangerous area, one-way journey until you end your business at the Madre. Normal mode, new traps and enemies, new companions, hardcore fighting in the environment as well. Toxic city erodes health over time. Companions are more vulnerable and so are you. Dead money recommended for experienced couriers level 20+. Up to the challenge continues. Sierra Madre grand opening awaits. Been awaiting for over 200 years. Okay, so after all this is said and done, we actually get some cool stuff, I think. Aw, key. Oh, that suit puts medics into me, doesn't it? I should bring Christine here.
Where to, partner?
What's up?
What's up? Let's go make trouble. See you.
High roller, sweet. Casino floor.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
See, the suit will gaslight us. The suit gaslights me. Okay. So what do you make of this, huh?
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
Huh.
See you around.
It's a sin to tell a lie. Be sure and true when you say I love you.
Anything?
What's up?
You got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie.
He was dead when I got there.
Whole lot of folks hard and done been broke.
Let's.
Just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
Oh. Well.
Take in the theater or stay in one of our exclusive executive suites.
Jump scare. Oh, this is supposed to be the horror portion of the game.
If you need an escape from
The
your
scary
troubles,
portion.
or if you just need an opportunity to begin again.
The trading post. Shh.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead, buried beneath a blood-red cloud. A bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. The world's most famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future, not just for the world, but for all who came to its doors. A chance for anyone to begin again. Except the Sierra Madre never opened. The war froze it in time, like a big flashbulb going off. The grand opening, one big ending of humanity. It's still out there, in the wastes, preserved, just waiting for someone to crack it open. But getting to it, that's not the hard part. It's letting go.
Are you listening? Good. From now on, when I talk, listen and follow my instructions. Play stupid, play clever. Make the mistake of saying no. That collar on your neck will go off and take your head with it.
What do you want?
That structure you see above the fountain, the Sierra Madre Casino. You need to break inside. Heist. Too many years in the making. But to get inside, avoid its traps, you'll need to gather a team. As I found, one cannot do it alone. Around the villa are 3 other callers like yours. Caller 8, 12, and 14. Find all 3 and get them here to the fountain. Then we'll talk more. And should you get any ideas about killing each other and taking the treasure of the Sierra Madre for yourself, a warning. All your callers are linked. One of you dies, you all die. If that's what it takes to make you cooperate, so be it. I've downloaded the instructions and markers on your Pip-Boy, in case you forget. And yes, I have access to that device on your wrist. Get the other 3 here. After that, I'll have more instructions for you. Do this, I'll let you go. I'll let all of you go. Your piece of Rocco trash will help you, I've insured it. It can latch onto the signal of the collars and tune into their frequencies. The bomb collars come with radios embedded in them. You can eavesdrop easily. It was part of their design to listen in. They can even screen out white noise from the environment to allow greater monitoring. One is a trusted ally. Obedient, caller or no, although the caller helps. The other 2, well, we'll have to see what the trap's got. Yes. Caller 8, the FEV reject, the super mutant. He's docile, predictable, and provided he's not starving, should be easy to command. I lost contact with him some time ago. Probably after he dragged you here from the trap. Find him. He'll follow you, caller or no. A long story. FEV, a virus with an even longer story. It gave birth to the docile one, turned them into a super mutant long ago. Yes. I love... Travel west toward the Villa police station. Follow the radio frequency and the alarms. Although, there's a great deal of interference at the source. Perhaps that's why I lost contact with him. No matter. Aside from caller 8, there should be weapons, armor at the police station. Go west, avoid the Villa inhabitants, bring the mutants back. Good. If necessary, I will guide you through the Villa's broadcast systems. If you get lost, return here, and I'll direct you. I've downloaded instructions on an audio log to your Pip-Boy in case you can't read. If you forget why you're here, let my voice remind you.
Let go and leave the world behind at the Sierra Madre grand opening this October. We'll be waiting. Has your life taken a turn? Do troubles beset you? Has fortune left you behind? If so, the Sierra Madre Casino, in all its glory, is inviting you to begin again. Come to a place where wealth, excitement, and intrigue await around every corner. Stroll along the winding streets of our beautiful resort. Make new friends, or rekindle old flames. Let your eyes take in the luxurious expanse of
there's the map.
Under clear, starlit skies. Gaze straight on into the sunset from our villa rooftops. Countless diversions await. Gamble in our casino, take in the theater, or stay in one of our exclusive executive suites.
I wonder if I can transport there.
So if life's worries have weighed you down, if you need an escape from your troubles, or if you just need an opportunity to begin again, join us. Let go and leave the world behind at the Sierra Madre grand opening this October.
That's the way out after you break into the Sierra Madre's vault. Try to leave. I'll set off your caller. their tourist is hurrying, haven't got on.
Yeah, so anyway, there's a lot of sneaking involved. And a lot of starting over with nothing. And in my opinion, this is not necessarily the most fun, and it's actually the least fun. And so I'd probably try to like to get through it, you know.
This gate to the Sierra Madre is sealed, locked, for now. Do as I say, and it won't be locked for much longer.
Madre grand opening this October. We'll be waiting.
Okay, so yeah, anyways, we'll do all of that on the next stream. Hope you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful week, because you're amazing.